Welcome, brave souls, to a journey into the eerie depths of the unknown. As the shroud of darkness descends, we find ourselves on the threshold of a world unseen, a world where the ordinary turns extraordinary, and the familiar becomes unsettlingly strange, where the creak of an old door or the distant howl of a wolf is not just a sound but a chilling symphony that orchestrates the dance of your deepest fears. Today, we delve into the most spine-tingling tales from the farthest corners of Reddit, where reality blurs with the supernatural and the line between truth and fiction is as thin as a whisper in the wind. These are stories that have been shared, loved and feared by many, each one a unique testament to the power of the human imagination and its uncanny ability to conjure up the stuff of nightmares. Are you ready to dive into the abyss? Your journey starts now. Our first tale takes us to the heart of a dense, foreboding forest. The forest, as we all know, is a place of mystery and wonder, where the line between the natural and the supernatural often blurs. Today, we delve into a chilling account shared by a brave soul on Reddit, a story that transforms the tranquil forest into an arena of fear. Imagine, if you will, a forest so thick that sunlight struggles to penetrate its canopy. The rustling of leaves is the only music in this secluded place, a melody that, as night falls, transforms into a symphony of eerie sounds. The hoot of an owl, the crack of a twig, each sound amplifies the solitude of the forest, escalating the tension. Our protagonist, a seasoned hiker, was no stranger to the woods. Yet this particular forest felt different, as if a pair of eyes were constantly watching him. The feeling of being observed, of being followed, was relentless. He tried to shake it off, attributing it to the forest's inherent creepiness and his overactive imagination. But the feeling lingered, like a cold draft in an otherwise warm room. One night, the hiker awoke to a sound that was out of place, even in the cacophony of the forest's night sounds. It was a low growl, not quite animal, not quite human. It was as if the very forest was growling at him, warning him. Fear gripped him, but he decided to investigate the source of the sound. He followed the growl deeper into the forest, his flashlight barely piercing the inky darkness. Suddenly, he stumbled upon a clearing. The growling stopped abruptly, replaced by an eerie silence. In the heart of the clearing stood an old gnarled tree. Its roots seemed to twist and turn, forming a face that was as terrifying as it was mesmerizing. The hiker fled, vowing never to return to the forest. His story serves as a reminder that, while we may venture into nature, we are merely visitors, and the forest, with its deep-rooted secrets, is always watching. The forest holds many secrets, some best left undiscovered. Our next tale unfolds in the dead of night, in the quiet corners of a seemingly ordinary home. In this labyrinth of solitude, a chilling tale lurks in the shadows. The protagonist of our story, a regular Reddit user, narrates his encounter with an eerie figure that emerged from the most mundane of settings. The night was steeped in silence, with only the occasional ticking of the clock providing a rhythmic cadence to the stillness. Suddenly, a peculiar sound, akin to the rustling of leaves, broke the tranquility. A gust of wind swept through the house, making the curtains shudder and dance in the moonlight. In the spectral glow, a shadowy figure materialized. It was not a mirage nor a trick of the light, but a tangible presence that seemed to bleed into the darkness, blurring the line between the seen and the unseen. Our protagonist, paralyzed by a mix of fear and curiosity, watched as the figure moved with an uncanny grace. It was as if the figure were a puppet, directed by the hands of an unseen master. The figure seemed to be searching, reaching out for something or someone. The ticking of the clock grew louder, each tick echoing the protagonist's escalating heartbeat. The figure, now closer, stretched out a hand towards him. The air around him turned icy, and an inexplicable dread filled the room. With a sudden gust of wind, the figure vanished, leaving behind a chilling silence. The protagonist, left in the wake of this spectral visitation, was forever marked by the encounter. He was left with a lingering feeling of unease, a reminder of the shadowy figure that had intruded upon his solitude. The tale serves as a stark reminder that the ordinary is often a veil for the extraordinary. It reminds us that fear can be found in the most familiar of places, lurking in the shadows of our everyday lives. Remember, not all shadows are cast by the light. Our final tale brings us to an old, abandoned building, where the line between the living and the dead is blurred. A place where the walls whisper secrets of a troubled past, and the air is heavy with a chilling presence, unseen but deeply felt. Imagine, if you will, a building so old, its history is lost in time's foggy embrace. Its once vibrant walls now hold a melancholy air, scarred by the passage of countless years. The silence here is deafening, broken only by the occasional drip of water from a leaky pipe, echoing eerily in the hollow expanses. Now picture this. A brave soul, armed with nothing but a flashlight and a heart full of curiosity, decides to venture into this forgotten relic. As they step through the creaking entrance, the groan of old wood echoes through the vast emptiness, a chilling welcome from the building's unseen inhabitants. The deeper our intrepid explorer ventures, the more the building seems to come alive. Shadows dance on the walls as the flashlight's beam sweeps across the room. An inexplicable chill runs down their spine, the temperature dropping unnaturally. The air grows dense, each breath a struggle, as if the building itself is trying to expel the intruder. Then, the voice. A whisper floating on the stale air, growing louder with each step forward. Words indistinguishable, yet filled with an urgency that sends a shiver down the spine. The voice, though distant, seems to be all around, echoing off the tattered walls, a spectral serenade from the unseen. Our explorer, heart pounding in their chest, flashlight flickering in their trembling hand, can no longer deny the presence that pervades the building. A presence not seen but deeply felt, a chilling reminder of the building's forgotten inhabitants. In the world of the supernatural, seeing isn't always believing. Well, we've journeyed through the dark and returned to tell the tale. Let's take a moment to consider why these stories unsettle us so. You see, fear is a complex cocktail stirred by our very own minds. The unknown, the unseen, the unexplainable, they all play a pivotal role in crafting this potent brew. The stories we've shared today have been shrouded in mystery, leaving room for your imagination to fill in the gaps. And that, my friends, is where the true terror lies. For what could be more terrifying than the monsters our own minds conjure up? The shadowy figure lurking in the periphery of your vision, the unseen presence that makes the hairs on your neck stand on end. These are not just characters in a story, they are the embodiment of our deepest, darkest fears. Fear, after all, lurks in the corners of our own minds. Now that we've shared our tales, it's time to hear yours. Our journey through the shadowy realms of fear and suspense has been one of shared shivers and goosebumps. We've traversed the mysterious woods with the unseen watcher, we've felt the chill of the shadowy figure's gaze, and we've sensed the haunting presence that lurks just out of sight. Each story, a testament to the power of the human imagination, has hopefully left you with a lingering sense of unease, a chill running down your spine, a quickened heartbeat. But the tales don't end here. They are but a glimpse into the vast expanse of the unknown, the unexplained, and the downright terrifying. And as we all know, the world is full of such tales, waiting to be told, waiting to be heard. So, we invite you, dear listeners, to share your own experiences, your own encounters with the unknown. Have you ever felt an unseen presence? Have you ever been the watcher in the woods? Perhaps you've seen a shadowy figure that vanished when you turned to look. Or maybe you've got a tale of your own that sends shivers down your spine every time you recount it. Whatever it is, we want to hear it. And while you're at it, why not let us know which story you found the scariest? Was it the watcher in the woods, the shadowy figure, or the unseen presence? Is it the fear of the known or the unknown that truly sends a chill down your spine? Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more spine-chilling content. Each click, each share, each subscription helps us bring you more tales from the shadowy realms of fear and suspense. Until next time, remember, the scariest stories are those yet untold.